how to manage your emotions. So we're just gonna get straight into it. The reason why I just talked about this was because I was really inspired by watching Jordan Green talk about Will Smith. My pastor just telling me, and you know, right here. When it comes to managing your emotions, you gotta realize that you have to balance out yourself and balance out your livelihood and balance out the way you think and the way you control yourself as you're managing your emotions, which, you know, limiting your belief system. That's the first thing. You have to start limiting your belief system. And I get really tired of this because a lot of people limit their belief system because of where they came from or because of their race or because of this. And it's annoying and it's tiring, where it's great to be aware, but you can't go in fear. That's what I always tell them. And even for you, get some advice from this video. You know, you can't go in fear. You can't be afraid to just see this world and get to explore it and things. You can't be fearful because of all the crime rates, because of all the dangers of climate change, because of all these other things. The virus. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. If you're a person who's just smart like me, who stays themselves, people love to put you down on that, but you can't limit your beliefs based on what you know. You have to unlimit your beliefs and know that you can do all things through God, through yourself, or whatever. When you're limiting your belief system, it's like you're telling yourself you can't do nothing because of the fact that you've been limited to what you can do. Like I told you, don't limit your belief system. Just because your mom or your dad or whoever is living an average life doesn't mean you have to. Pursue your goal. Pursue what you gotta do. And don't stress over it, which is the next one. Stop stressing over certain things. Stress leads to anxiety and also leads to sometimes suicide, sometimes even more things worse than that. Stop trying to just stress over what your parents tell you or what your validation for your parents are telling you, what your validation for your friends, people. Stop stressing over it. We're not perfect. We all make mistakes. I do myself, because sometimes I get afraid of certain things. But ever since the pandemic, I've been more sociable. I've been more willing to be outgoing, not really afraid of people, even my own family members, even in the household. And it's not that some of us as teens are rebellious, because I don't think of this as me being rebellious to my parents, but it's just that I want to live a different life than my parents did. You may want to live a different life than your parents did, or your friends did, or whoever. That even goes to school or career. If you don't want to go to college, you don't have to. If you do, go to it. It's your choice. Think about it. Pray about it if you're faith-based. Look to yourself if you're not faith-based. Look to yourself. See your surroundings. See what you're doing. Figure out. Because, like I said, stressing over schoolwork, stressing over a job, stressing over your parents' validation or someone's validation is just a waste of time. Firstly, number one, the validation does not mean nothing because they're not living your life. You're not in your shoes. They're just telling you things because they love you and because they want the betterment for you, but they just have the bad intentions of telling you, or maybe not describe it the right way. Or they may describe it the right way and want it your way. Secondly, schoolwork. It's important to do your schoolwork. I recommend everyone should go to do your schoolwork. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world if you don't do good on it, rather than college or high school. As long as you put your effort into it and you really practice, do it. I agree, the school systems will change, but if it's not changed yet, as of right now, as it's recording, just do the algebra, do the work, do whatever you gotta do. Because honestly, I feel that once you're hitting middle school, they should immediately stop school, or either if you're done with kindergarten to 5th grade, they should stop school, because in reality, none of these things are gonna help us in the real world. So when people are telling you like, oh, you're doing good at school, you're doing da-da-da, it's great, take that in. But when someone's telling you that that's the only way, then they're wrong, because you got digital media. We're living in an era now where you can be, boom, like that. You can be successful in a second. You can be great at something just by showing your skills online. Online is a new thing. You can be 6 years old and probably be a full-time YouTuber and not have to worry about even passing high school, which I recommend pass high school because that's the biggest risk ever in life, to not pass high school. But yeah, now go there. And then lastly, with your job, if you don't like what you're doing, go get a new job. Go get a better 9-to-5 job, or go self-employment. One of the two. If you don't want to do that, then it's your choice. I'm not mad at you. It's your choice. But just always plan things before you just go head on and make a hesitant decision, because speaking of that, you know, I had an argument one time. We were just arguing over why I didn't want to work a summer job, why I just wanted to pursue my career in podcasting, why I don't want to do that. And yes, it may seem weird, like, Brennan, why don't you want to work a summer job? Why don't? Well, because I have a lot of things I do with YouTube. Yes, you may say it's an excuse. Maybe you as a viewer may say it's an excuse. But if you're in my shoes, and I know probably a good bit of you are doing creative things like me, you know when you're passionate about something, you want to do it. You want to take more time with it. And I understand that maybe all of us may have to work jobs until we get there. But if we're teenagers, it should be our choice. People think that jobs train you up. That's the problem. Everyone's too average. And even I have that sometimes in my family members. So average. You can't be average about things. You gotta go things full on. You gotta take in that big risk, that big effort, and see, that's the problem, you know? Maybe someone may be stopping you. And I'm not trying to say this to be off topic or be mean or anything, but there is a scientific way to know that women are less risk takers than men. The reason why? Because they've been raised like that. They thought that going to college, doing these things are going to help you. They're not going to take big risks like how us guys would. A guy will more likely take a risk to be a full-time YouTuber than a female would. And I'm not trying to say that because it can be the other way around, but that's what most likely happens because it's on our brains. Men think differently than women do. So if you're a man or boy watching this, go take that big risk. And even if you're female, go take the risk too. I'm not limiting you. I'm not telling you. I'm just giving you advice and telling you knowledge that I know through research and through videos. But back to the story of my situation. We were talking about my career, and then eventually we end the conversation with how it was loud. But then we realized that whatever I do it. Just make sure I go the right path and put God first. And that's all people need to say. That's a simple thing people need to say. If you're not faith-based, either way, just say this. Do you, or faith-based, do you, but put God first. That's all you need to do. If people just put things with peace, like Jordan Green said on one of his videos, then things would be better. Y'all can't just lash out at each other. And that goes with both fighting and both talking. We have to know how to just use this sometimes instead of use this and this. We got to figure out with these what we're observing, what we're looking at, which is the next one, which is consuming the right things. You got to consume the things that are actually necessary for you. Don't consume the wrong things that you watch on TV, the environment. Be careful who you're around. Be careful the food you eat. Be careful of the addictions. Take all those things away. Eat healthy. Kill those addictions. Watch good things on TV that will help you in your career, because that'll help you. And even the environment. Be around the right people. You have to know what you're doing. You have to observe yourself. This all goes with controlling your emotions. And you're probably wondering, well, Brennan, where is the emotion part of this? The emotion part is that you have to control what you're doing in order to control what your emotions are and what you're thinking. Because sometimes we just do things without thinking, and we gotta think. Like for me, I made a hesitant decision when I was arguing the career thing, and that I just want to stay virtual because I wanted to prove wrong. Because tell me, all you do is be in the house, all you do is be in the house. But then I realized that I made a hesitant decision because I really did want to get out so I can give you guys more advice. And now we're in the situation where we're trying to get me back in person for this next year because I want to be in person so I can give you guys more advice through me via talking to people. And that's a good example of showing that I made a hesitant decision because I didn't think things through. I just did it. And for you, I want you guys to just think things through before you do, because I have fell in that trap many times. And if you want to learn more about some hesitant decisions I ever made, well, then you can email me, DM me, however personally, by clicking that link tree down below. But back to it, be careful. Just be careful. Panicking is really a big situation. And for us guys, we always be panicking because we be losing our wallets. If you're looking for a good wallet brand, check out Esker. Esker is a wallet brand that sells slim fit wallets. It also sells key holders, key track, duffel bags, and bestseller is the wallets. And the wallets have a built-in tracker that actually allows you to find your wallets. So if you ever lose your cards, lose anything in your wallet, you can use that built-in tracker that's actually you can use at the slip of your hand. But for mine, I know mine is a built-in tracker, and also as this. Mine is a little bit old, but if you get a brand new one, of course, you'll get slots. You can put all your cards in there, rather if it's credit, debit, however, and you get a little money holder in your slim fit wallet. Because guess what? We all tired of them big fat wallets, and it's not the 80s or 90s. We need to go with the new trend. Slim fit pants, slim fit wallets. If you really want to know more about this or want to purchase this, click that link down below and it'll give you 25% off when you buy your first purchase. But yeah, guys, like I said, be more compassionate. Next one is be more compassionate. Be more compassionate to others. Stop being so stuck in your ways, especially if you're an older person watching this. Stop being stuck in your ways. Just think for a second here. Don't just be like, oh, man, you're wrong, you're wrong. Sit down and listen. What are you really doing to your grandson, granddaughter, daughter, son, or even for you, if you're a young person, or whatever age you are, brothers and sisters, cousins, family, friends? What are you doing when you don't have your way? Do you get mad? Do you be excited? Woo! Do you not force anything? Do you just be quiet at all? What do you really do? Figure out what you're doing and tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments, what do you do whenever your friend, family, whoever makes a decision that you may not like? Because we already know decisions they make that we like, we'll get excited for. But the ones we don't like, do we get mad? Do we pretend to accept it? Do we actually accept it? Be more compassionate. And that's basically just that. I just wanted to say that because you got to be more compassionate to others. Be more compassionate to others actually helps you feel better for yourself, because if you just go straight up mad, then nothing's going to work. I had to realize that too with a friend I know, a close friend, and another family member I knew, a cousin. I can't go head on with them. I got to be better and be nicer to them, because if I just go head on with them and be mad like them are, or how they treat me, then I'm stupid. I should go the right path as in being compassionate, especially as a Christian. I have to be compassionate to them. I can't be mad, because like I tell you recently with a situation with my friend and my cousin, with them not calling me, I was kind of mad because I'm used to calling them, checking up on them, and they always use me. But I had to realize that, hey, it's not that they're using me, it's just that they probably don't care about what I'm doing. And I have to realize that I'm not important to them, neither are they important to me. But it's just that the fact is, they should have called me, but it's even better because if they answer the phone when I call them, I shouldn't get mad, but be compassionate and explain to them what's going on. Why aren't you calling like that? Why are you acting kind of funny? Overall, you have to know how to manage your emotions, because if you don't know how to manage your emotions, it's going to be a lot for you, a lot of toll on you. But overall, like I said, you got to know how to control your emotions, because if you don't control your emotions, it can lead to you stopping your growth in whatever you're doing, rather if it's your content, rather if it's your life, whatever it is. And if you're trying to figure out how to stop your growth, well, go click this video right here. That will help you.